sometimes. So how to actually protect that is, there are two ways. One is that, yeah, you have to exit and then again enter at the bottom level using the stop losses. That is one point. But if you are conviction that, yeah, long term your portfolio will come up again anyway, those are all good fundamentally stocks, but there is a short term correction which can happen in the market. Then what you can do is you can actually short futures of Nifty 50, because if Nifty 50 falls, all stocks will fall. If Nifty 50 goes up, sentiment is, that is the sentiment index basically. All stocks will go up. So basically this hedging strategy should be done with a very good knowledge, as well as because otherwise you may end up losing both sides sometimes. So you should not be like, you have to 100% have confirmation that market is going to fall further, maybe 20% or 10%. And if you don't want that risk to be there, you can actually short the this session of futures and options we are going to do the next week, where I want everyone to understand what is that instrument. And it's basically people speculate with that instrument, but how you can use it for adverse conditions of the market. That what we will discuss in the next session. And today, what we are going to see is, let us see what is happening in the market right now. Okay. Yeah. So I will just share some charts.
So, so far we have only seen trend lines. Are there other indicators that we can use like RSI?
Yeah, basically, like price behavior is more important. That's why first we have to be well versed with the price charts, as well as trend lines and supports and resistances. This is the first step. And so many people actually, they don't they don't do any other use any other indicators, because indicators are nothing but the average of price. Suppose, for
Okay.
example, moving average. What is moving average? Moving average is the long term indicator which gives what is the direction of the market. How we will identify is basically moving average is average of the price. Suppose 10-day moving average is 10 days price divided by 10. Okay. Like that, there are other indicators which are there, which that anyway, that we are going to have a session on that also.
Okay.
We will talk about a few indicators. Okay. Stavia, if my voice is breaking, please let me know.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Is it okay for now?
Yes, sir, it is fine now.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see what's happening in the charts of the Nifty 50. So for example, first we have to see what is the long-term trend. Still it is remains intact, or any deviation is there. So let's see the weekly charts. Okay. So this is the weekly chart. So let's start from here, from the bottom of the COVID, this thing. And I draw a trend line like this. Still, there is, market is trading above this trend line actually. So another trend line also we can draw, where it gives us more nearer picture. So this is the trend line where market actually started moving up from here. It has tested this, again moving up, and one day also it has tested, that is the election day, I believe. So from there it has come down, but here it could not come down. Now it is actually taking support of this support. And if it breaks, there is a possibility that market can test up to this levels. This is one trend line and this is one trend line. So if market is not able to break highs, then there is a possibility that market can correct up to 23,000 is the first level, what we need to think. And again, long-term trend line, yeah, from here, if we draw this trend line, this is the level where we can expect market 22,500, these levels. Maybe if market consolidates and tests this level, both the lines, I think around 23,000 is the possible target downside for the Nifty. If it doesn't break this, then there is a chance of a reversal from here. But as of now, if you see, US markets are in new historical highs after the Trump win. And but still our markets are not able to get the momentum, number one. And interest rates in US, let us talk about little fundamentals about the market. Interest rates are already again US markets, they cut the interest rates. Now so far they have cut almost 50 basis points in the last meeting and 25 basis points in this meeting, which is a good sign for those markets. But the point is that our RBI is not started cutting the rates till now. This is one more factor. So December, I think first week, there is an RBI meeting where there is a possibility to cut the interest rates because, yeah, there is a little fear of because out of top 50 Nifty stocks, 33, I think 33, 34 stocks have not given great results this quarter. This is a negative sentiment what is there in the market where they may come up, but the point is that it may take some more time because from after 2020, this is the first quarter where earnings are downgraded first time in the market after 2020. That means almost 4 years. So that is the reason you are able to see that market is not able to gain the strength and go up, but still some stocks are outperforming. Like Pavani garu, what is your stock you are holding? Other day we discussed about it. Cairns, na? Is it Cairns?
Yes, sir. Keynes Technologies.
Yeah.
But I didn't enter into Keynes Technologies. I was researching on that. I didn't enter into that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Got it. So there are some stocks which have delivered wonderful results and they are not falling actually. So we need to stick to those stocks which are not falling and which are delivered a very good results. Even though market falls, those stocks will outperform. This is what we need to understand. So what is the use of doing and learning of all these things is you need to pick stocks which performs against the market also, where fundamentally if they are very strong and then the results are very good, then certainly even though Nifty falls, even though entire market falls, these stocks still outperform. So that is what you need to look into. Okay. So again, go back to the thing like, so this is the weekly chart, what we have seen of the Nifty, where it is actually taking support here. It has tested almost one time last time, and this week also it has tested this. If it doesn't break and if it forms a reversal pattern, then there is a chance of a reversal from here itself, or it may extend another 1,000 points fall. Nifty can see another 1,000 points fall. And in this probable scenario, if RBI doesn't cut interest rates again, this and then because of the downgrading of earnings of from almost top companies, few companies, so it may be a chance that market may further correct. So that's what is the thing that you need to keep it in mind also. So you have to be practical enough and you have to follow what is happening in the market instead of sticking to your own opinion. That is very important. So next thing is, let us look into the day charts. So this is what is happening in the day chart. Basically, this is the very good support, which is holding by almost here you can see 2 days. Market is able to recover from this. This is the Trump when before the election of Trump. This day it has tested this line and again bounced back and again yesterday. But again this is failed to break the first resistance. This is the problem. Okay. And if you see, like there is a head and shoulders pattern here, which I explained in the session, where market rallied, and when it has started moving up after testing this baseline, it could not move above the previous shoulder, and it has broken, and now it has fallen. So this is what it shows the lack of strength or weakness in the market. So that is what it is now. And we need to wait for this particular level to break. That is around 24,500. where next level can be around 24,700. This is the second resistance. And if that breaks, there is a chance that market can reverse as of now. So here actually it has given a signal of a reversal by breaking this trend line. But again, it's failed. So there may be a chance of a consolidation now in this range like this. Like this, it may consolidate now. And then once it breaks 24,500 and 24,700, then we can expect market to rally again. But in this possible conditions, I can see a lot of consolidation can happen in the market now. And when once it gains strength and started moving up, then I think we should actually enter into the market. But before that, yeah, what we need to do is I'm going to share entire shortlisted stocks for this quarter. Those are all roughly shortlisted. So in that, actually, you can actually start looking at few stocks which you think that you have to look into, like by selecting some sectors in that. You can actually look into those stocks and then pick up those stocks for your portfolio this time. That is what is the exercise that you need to do. Anyway, we will also do that, but I want you to do because you already learned how to do it. Okay. So, and when it comes to the Bank Nifty is actually looking stronger than Nifty because Nifty has broken this trend line and almost trading here. But Bank Nifty still it's not broken this trend line. This is the long-term trend line you can see where still it is existing. And if you see the all quarterly results, banking stocks have delivered better results than all other sectors. Even IT, they have delivered good results, but the point is that it is overdone because they had big rallies upside last time. And that is the reason IT also corrected. But the point is that banks, especially PSU banks, as well as private banks like HDFC and all, ICICI, these are all delivered very good results. And banking sector is the sector now, if that shows in the Bank Nifty also. So Nifty almost breaking this line and actually trading here somewhere, if you compare the chart. But Bank Nifty still it is holding this trend line. And it's a good sign where if it tests and if it doesn't break this line, then there is a possibility. And once it breaks this particular resistance of 52,600, 700 levels, then there is a possibility of rally in the Bank Nifty. So we need to wait for that. Okay. So this is what is happening. And I want you to look into the stocks one by one and then see which are all in the bullish trend. Okay. So next thing is, let us go to the screener now.
Sir, one doubt, sir.
Yeah.
What is the relation between Trump winning and gold prices falling?
Okay, good. Basically, Trump is a person who always talk about his patriotic, like yeah, US interest is main interest. Like he always talks about like we will make US economy the best economy, and in fact the track record shows that in his term he did very good in US. US economy is actually become very strong when he was there. He tried to impose all tariffs on the other countries because they are all like exporters of export to the US, and he tried to actually strengthen US economy. And strengthening US economy is again strengthening the dollar. Okay. And the dollar, actually gold again moves against the dollar. There are few scenarios where dollar also moved up and gold is also moved. But in general, historically, if you see, so gold moves against dollar because people hedge in the gold against the dollar. So gold is the currency. Gold is no more a metal now. So obviously what happened is like when Trump has got elected and money flows will change in the world. So what is happening is because US economy, they are expecting Trump win, And then once he win, a lot of development can happen in US. That's what people predicted. And that's the reason all S&P 500, Dow Jones Index, as well as Russell's 2000 is the small cap index of US. Okay. These are all indexes rallied. And the same way, because money flows, alternative is the gold. So obviously people took out money from the gold. And it's a correction what is happened. So, and also gold rallied a lot. So we will see the gold chart also now. So I will show you anyway, because this particular thing has come. So you can actually start looking at gold also. Just a minute. I will just open the chart. This is the chart of the gold. This is COMEX. This is COMEX is nothing but like US gold exchange. Gold, all metals will be traded in the exchange. Gold, silver, copper, all other things so if you see the gold, what's happening to the gold? You can see there is a sharp rally. Okay. So this is what has happened in the gold, where it has started moving up from $2,000 to almost $2,800. In Indian chart also we will see. But overall, what happened is it has made a sharp rally. It has not given correction here also. And if we draw a trend line to this particular thing, so it has never tested this trend line actually. Suppose, for example, if you take this trend line, it is even not tested this trend line properly, and again it has gone up and it has created high. So now it is a correction. So gold can correct and test this trend line. And generally, whenever people book profits, there will be a reason. And now, because people think that equities are going to perform better in US, that's why they started taking out money from the gold, and that is the reason you have seen this fall. So this is the weekly chart. Let us look into the daily chart now, where you will understand what's happening to the gold. So this is the breakout. What happened here is, I will remove all these drawings. This is the trend line which has broken. This is a short-term trend line of day chart which is broken. And from here, it has started moving up. And now it is actually testing this resistance now. And if it closes above this, again, gold further will rally. So let us look into the Indian markets. MCX. So almost if you see, like, it has tested almost 70, 80 levels, 80,000. And from there, it has fallen. Before the Trump this itself, it has started falling actually. And after that, now actually it is again rebounded. We'll draw a line like this. Again rebounded. Now exactly it is testing this trend line. But it is supposed to break this trend line to go. So this is the trend line where we can think about resistance trend line. Once it starts breaking above this resistance, that is almost nearby 78,000, I can say. Then again, it may go up to 80,000. Then another 2,000 points we can expect. So now actually it is still in a consolidation where if it breaks, it will go up, or if it may continue further fall. Maybe long-term chart, we will see what might be the target of the gold at the downside. That also we will see. Lot of people started thinking that, yeah, equities may be falling and gold we need to buy. It doesn't happen always like that. Generally, sometimes they move in different ways also. So what we can expect to gold fall up to at least maybe this level. First level is this. And maybe second level is this. So this is the level we can expect, that is around 70,000 if it comes down. That's a good level to buy gold as of now. Because once it has started correction, after a reversal, generally prices moves. Otherwise, this long correction will not happen. So generally there is a tendency, and now if it starts, if it doesn't break this level and again starts falling, first target is around 74,000 and second target can be around 69 to 70,000. So for long-term buying for all ladies, wait for 70,000 levels, 69 to 70,000 levels to buy gold. Okay, even people who want to invest in gold fund, CTS and other also. So we can actually wait for a price correction where it can 70,000 to 69,000 levels is a good buy for gold. I think it may not come to that level also if something changes. If the US markets have started falling, again, people will buy gold. As of now, US markets are at historical highs. We will look into that chart also. Let us see the what's happening to the Dow Jones chart. Okay, yeah. I'll show you that also so that you will understand. Dow Jones is the main index where we need to see what's happening in the like in US markets. You need to actually see the Dow Jones index. So these are all benchmark indexes where you need to see, in fact, track every day. So this is the sorry. Just a minute. I think there is something wrong. Not able to share this. Just a minute. Okay, we will see the Dow Jones chart. Yeah. Are you able to see now? Dow Jones chart?
Yes, sir.
So this is what is happening. Our market is like this and this market is like this. So, but some or the other way, all markets will follow. And our market should have influence of international markets also. Very few occasions, generally, it go against. Sometimes So there are periods where Dow Jones was falling and our markets have gone up. Especially in 2022, at that time, Dow Jones was falling. In the Russian war also, when the Russian war happens, actually our market is outperformed all the other markets. Now, but strangely, I can say, and because of the downgradation of maybe our this thing, our markets, and also because it's already overrun and valuations are high, the FIIs and other people actually started selling our market, where our market started correcting. This is the breakout which has happened. Now it is in a historical new highs. US markets are in historical new highs. But our market is actually here somewhere else. Like it's corrected and now it is about to start up move. But yeah, it may consolidate and starts moving up. This is the scenario of the world now. So especially why markets have rallied after like especially US markets rallied, and how it is going to impact Trump's victory on Indian economy. If we discuss, basically Trump is a person who is against China. So obviously he wanted to impose 60% of tariffs on the China. That's what he wanted. He declared already. And at that time, Indian economy is going to get benefited because obviously, like the more and more competition with China, we are going to get benefit out of the Trump's administration because, yeah, generally he is prone India because he don't want like China. So obviously we have some advantage. Apart from that, yeah, basically he is a capitalist, and then whatever works and whatever is good for US, he will do. So certainly India is going to have some good opportunities in terms of business with him. So yeah, in comparison with Democrats versus Republicans, I think Trump is a better bet for India also, rather than the Biden and other people like Kamala Harris. But yeah, overall, anyway, these are all long-term fundamentals. So we have to follow the price action and then take the calls, and that's what we need to do. So next week, what we are going to do is we are going to understand futures and options segment. First of all, what it is and how actually we can take advantage of it instead of just speculation. It's not about trading. People buy in options, selling options, and then people buy in futures, lose a lot of money. Why they are doing is because they don't understand what is the use of it properly. Some people, yeah, they understand that, but how you can actually utilize them for your betterment and how you can ensure your existing portfolio. That's what we will discuss. To discuss that, you need to understand that, first of all, what is futures, what is options, how options are derived, how futures will work, and how actually I can take advantage to improve my portfolio. This is what we will discuss next week. I want everyone to attend that session. That's why I'm doing it next week. Actually, I thought of doing it this week itself, but most of the people not joined. So obviously, I will talk to one-to-one to everyone in this week, and we will have that session next week. So today, what we are going to do is we are going to see how to shortlist the stocks using the screener. Anyway, I'm going to share an Excel sheet of this quarter's shortlisted stocks. At around 220, 225 stocks we shortlisted for this quarter so far. Those are all initial shortlisted stocks. What I want you to do is go through that list, take out the companies which you like or you know something about it, and then go deep into that particular company and study all the parameters and shortlist the stock in the portfolio, and then also check the technical picture of that stock, whether it is still in a bullish trend or it is in a correction. If it is in a correction, wait for the right point, or if it is still continuing its trend in bullish trend, what is the entry point you decide. So I want you to at least pick 4 stocks for your portfolio. I was giving these assignments and homework but nobody are doing. Okay. This week, I want you to do it. Out of the 250, 220, 220 stocks, I want you to pick 4 stocks. And I want you to actually like practically think that you are going to buy that stock for your portfolio. And what kind of analysis that you are going to do? First of all, you are going to check all the parameters fundamentally. I already showed you what are all parameters. Okay. Profits, ratios. Ratios means basically return on capital employed, return on equity. Then debt to debt to equity ratio, then interest coverage ratio. So, and cash flows, how the cash flows are. This is all there in the recording. You again go back and cross check and check all the parameters and also read the PPT. So this quarter PPT, what they have given, what they have projected, and what happened. And last quarter results, if they are poor, why they are poor, and what is their guidance, what is the guidance for the next quarter they are giving. That means next quarter we are expecting this kind of business. That's what they guide, they give a guidance also. So read all those things and then fundamentally first pick that particular stock, and then again go to the charts and see which stock like is good to buy, and whether it is in a bullish trend or not. If it is in a bullish trend, if it is in a bearish trend, don't buy that stock at all. But if it is in a bullish trend, what is the entry support level that we need to enter? So this is all what I want you to do. Apart from that, you can have a one-to-one session with me along with your portfolio. Don't just send portfolio. Let us fix up a time where we will together see your portfolio and come to some conclusion. What are the actions that we need to take on our portfolio? So if you are a very long-term investor, there is no problem. But if you want to safeguard the short-term interest also, then we need to little fine-tune our existing portfolios also. So that's what we will do. Okay. So this is what this week we will do. And I want everyone to attend. Anyway, I will put a message, serious message in the group also. Because again, you can see the recording, but it will not be so effective. So obviously you will just go through. You cannot ask any doubt or you can. So it's better always like attend the session live so that you can interact with me and then you can ask your doubt and you can get clarified. Okay. Now let us go to the screener. Okay. So I discussed about one model of shortlisting the stocks, that is CanSlim. Anybody remember CanSlim? Okay. So CanSlim is a model where it's given by the Williams, O. Williams, who is one of the top traders in the world. And he has created history in the stock markets of US. Okay. William O'Neill. So O'Neill created one particular methodology to shortlist the stocks basing on the performance. There are different kinds of screens available. For example, so go to the screens. Okay. And you can see lot of, so low on 10-year average earnings, capacity expansion companies, debt reducted companies, companies creating new highs, growth without dilution, FII buying companies. There are a lot of screens available in this. So there is something called CanSlim. Okay. So I choose this. This is the model. So what are all the parameters here is EPS last quarter 1.2 greater than 1.2 EPS preceding year or year quarter. That means, so first when we decide, we will try to look into few stocks also. So basically like this model is like CanSlim means C means current earnings. Current earnings means quarterly earnings. Okay. This quarter, what is the earnings of that particular company? It should be greater than the previous quarter of the same year. Suppose September quarter earnings are this 2024. What is the September 23rd quarter results? and whether the profits and operating profit, all other parameters are good when compared to that, the EPS, that means earnings per share. So whether that particular share has given more earnings and it is developed and it is giving more growth this time or not. That's what we will check. Then year on year. Again, year on year, quarterly sales growth is more than 15% they took. And then profit growth for 5 years, more than 15%. Then average EBIT, that means like operating profit is more than 15%. And return on equity. So return on equity is more than 15%. And market capitalization is above 1,000 crores minimum. And DII holding is more than 10 crores and FII holding is more than 10 crores and 52 weeks index is greater than 50. Return on capital employed is historical PE 5 years is below 100. So this is the query we run, and then there are stocks which have come up. So these are all stocks which are shortlisted in this particular this thing. Almost if you take around I think yeah, there are about 22 stocks which were shortlisted in this. And let us check one stock which is giving the consistent performance. For example, let's take Persistent Systems. Okay. So I want you to shortlist the stocks. That's why I am actually again repeating this particular thing. So here you can actually in the screener, you can read all these things which are all there, like read more. If you click, you will get all the information about this company. I think you are all well versed. Again, I'm repeating because I want you to start working now. Okay. So you can read about all these, what are the revenue models, what is the business model, and how this company's plans are that, and which segment it is giving you more revenue, everything. Okay, so suppose for example, it is Persistent Systems is the one company which is continuously performing and it is been shortlisted in the Can-Slim model also. That means it is delivering high growth and it's a high growth stock. That's what it is. So market capitalization is 88,000 crores. Current price is 5,669. And almost it is trading at the highest price. And stock PE is 71. But you can see EPS, that means earnings per share is almost 80 rupees, more than PE. That's a good sign. And if EPS is higher than the PE, that is one point that what you need to observe is, yeah, that stock is delivering good returns for the people. Okay, that's what you need. And book value is 360, which is actually little costly, the stock. But in Can-Slim model, all stocks are costly only because it's a growth model. That means companies which are growing, they will keep on growing and people are giving value. Okay, suppose for example, I will ask you a simple question. There are two areas which are developing, which are there in the Hyderabad. One area is there, it's little longer, okay, and price is very low, and people are not buying. But one area is there, like say High-Tech City or Gachibowli or whatever, Kokapet and some other areas, which are very costly, but people are buying. So this is what is going to happen. Basing on the growth prospects, basing on the future prospects of that area, that particular demand is there for that particular, and that's the reason prices are trading higher, isn't it? The same thing is going to be there in the stocks. The stocks which are valuable, they will be highly priced and they will be costly only. They will not be cheap. You cannot expect them to come down and then you will buy. What you need to track is whether that performance is continuing or that performance are deteriorating. If it start deteriorating, and for example, recently yesterday, one company has released this thing. That is what is called Trent. Trent is a Tata-based Tata Group company where it holds all the brands like Judio as well as I think what is that?
West side.
West side. So they're holding a lot of brands which are very popular, and Trent has rallied like anything. And it is a very high. Yeah, but basically, if you see, like, there is another comparison with the same kind of a stock is Page Industries. Page Industries delivered poor results previously. Now they also picked it up. But when you compare with the Trent is extraordinary performer when compared to the Page Industries. So obviously, both the stocks, when you compare, Trent is always costly than the Page Industry, but it doesn't mean that Page Industry is going to give you more return. And now Trent is got corrected. Now because of the highly priced, there is a correction in this, because generally these kind of stocks will correct when there is a overall market correction is there. And those are the best opportunities to buy that particular stock, because after that, again, you will not get that stock at that level. So this is what you need to understand. So once you see the charts, and this is how you have to compare. It's not that PE is higher, then you should not buy. No, PE is a relative term. People are buying, that's why PE is high. And when you see the EPS, that means earnings per share is higher. Certainly that is delivering good returns to the people. That's what you need to understand. Okay. So current ratio, PEG ratio, these are all fine. Profit variance, almost from last 5 years, profit is continuously, it is giving a profit of 26.9%, which is great. So then let us see the next things. What are all there? Like, what is this quarterly results? Basically, if you see, first let us look into the annual results. So if you see, like, it is actually doubling its profit from 2018 onwards. You can see consistently after 2020 March especially. So almost here 683 crores, then it has 958, then again it is doubled, almost more than 600 or 700 crores it's added. Then again, same thing. And again, this quarter, the year on year, you can see consistently from last 4 years, this stock has delivered very good profits. So if you see the quarter on quarter performance also, if you see the September quarter, it is, so that's what is the first point. What you need to do is, what is the quarterly variance of the profit? That is actually operating profit. If you see, this is September quarter 2023, it has delivered 405 crores, but here it is 481 crores. And there is a continuity of the profits increase every year, every quarter. 442, 454, almost same. But now it is jumped again at 481. So these kind of stocks will never fall, because there is a consistency in the performance year on year, quarter on quarter. So these kind of stocks, if you are holding in your portfolio, you should not exit at all, and then add up when they correct. So this is what you need to do with this kind of stocks. And all other parameters you can cross check. What is the if you see ROCE is regularly about 30, almost from last few years, it is 22%, 26%, 30%, 30%. So it's regularly, it is giving around more than 20% returns to the people. So which is great. So, and you can see the FIIs and DIIs holding is also very, very high. FIIs are holding almost 23% of the stock. DIIs are holding almost 27% of the stock. So obviously, when institutional players hold the stock, yeah, that's certainly going to be a good thing for the particular stock. So this is what you need to understand. Like that, you need to shortlist. Now, this has been shortlisted in our quarterly results, where we will try to wait for the opportunity. Okay. So this is one stock, and we can also look into some other stocks. Here in this particular list, almost another few stocks also shortlisted. The one is CDSL. Let's see CDSL, what's happening to the CDSL. CDSL is basically a depository firm. That means all your stocks and other things were maintained by the CDSL only. And why it is been shortlisted in this? Because, yeah, because of the same factors, quarter on quarter variance as well as year on year. So if you see ROCE, return on capital employed, is almost 40%, which is great. That means whatever they employed capital, out of that, the return of the company is around 40%. That means they are utilizing very good way. Like actually, because and one more thing to we can shortlist this stock in our portfolio is because stock markets are grown up like anything, and people are going to open the demat accounts. And obviously, CDSL is one of the firms where it will have lot of benefit, because whatever we do the transaction, out of that some cost is going to CDSL. So this is why the entire broking sector of broking companies, as well as this exchanges, BSE, NSE is going to be listed. So, and then you can see like MCX, which is a multi-commodity exchange, and then brokerage firms like Motilal Oswal, like Choice International, which is shortlisted in this. So these are all like companies which are delivering very good returns, angel broking. So all these companies which are all there, actually they are going seen a lot of growth and continuous growth from last so many years, and it may continue further because the entire economy is getting changed, and now so more and more people are getting into stock markets. So this can give a scope for future for these companies. So this is the one company which shortlisted, and you can see profit variance from last 5 years is 29%. That means markets like this stock has given 29%. And let us look into the quarterly results. You can see continuously there is an improvement, 128 crores, 130 crores. And if you see like what is the difference, like what is the percentage of difference between last September quarter to this September quarter. Last September quarter, they have given a profit of 128 crores. Now it has become 200. So this is a big jump, isn't it? Then year on year, if you see like the improvement is consistent from 2020 onwards to 212 crores, 365. Then there is a dip here, but again, it is recovered from, and it has posted the highest profit last year. That is 488 crores. So if you see like, yeah, all other parameters, so cash flows, and other areas also you can see, but not much required because it's not a manufacturing unit basically. And you can see here like almost 13.77% is been holded by FIIs and 21.57% by DAIs. Most of the institutional players are holding this stock. So if you see like main observation is like, yeah, profit regularly. This company is performing and giving good profits to the people. People who bought these stocks, they are getting almost 29% return year on year, every year from last 5 years. So which is a one of the great performance. So this is how you can actually shortlist the stocks. So let us look into one more stock in this list. Okay. And you can actually create your own list. I will show you how to create your own list. So I want you to tell me what are the parameters that you want to shortlist a stock. So what kind of parameters and how it could be. That anyway, I will show you. Suppose let us talk about one more stock, which is Choice International, which is a broking company basically. If you see the performance, it's great. So quarter on quarter, now previous September quarter, it is 49 crores. Now this September is at 76 crores. And year on year, you can see the growth. So from last 2 years, 92 crores, 107. Now it has actually jumped almost double, 225 crores. So that's the reason the stock has rallied, and it is keep on rallying. So this is what it is. And if you see the last 5 years, profit variance of this particular stock is around 85%. Profit variance from last 5 years is around 85%. That stock has given wonderful results or returns to the people who invested in this stock. So these are the things that we need to identify, and these stocks will deliver very good results to us. And you can see like there is FII's participation is there. DIAs are not much in this stock, but FIAs are there around 12.72%. So yeah, so that is also a good sign where there is a institutional participation. Okay, so this is how you need to look into that. So let us look into the. I wanted to first show you like how to shortlist the fundamentally. This is how you have to first start checking all the parameters and everything is good. Then shortlist that stock and then look into the technical picture of that particular stock. So we have seen three stocks. One is, what is that first one? I think Persistent Systems. Another one is CDSL. Another one is Choice International. So let us look into the three stocks. Okay. I think there is an issue. I want to. I am not able to see this. I will again reshare just a minute. Yeah, I'm not able to see this. That's the problem. Okay, anyway, now let us look into the persistent systems. Are you all able to see the charts?
Yes, sir.
అనిపిస్తుందండి?
కనిపిస్తోందండి.
So if you see like this is had a huge rally and then there was some correction and again it has started moving up and you can see very strongly it is going up always, like it is never giving big corrections from last so many years because of the performance of this particular stock. It has corrected here and again gone up, again corrected here, again gone up, may correct, but whenever there is a correction we need to buy this stock. So that is what we need to do. So if you see like, yeah, I think I'm not able to draw that trend lines. Okay, so if you see the day charts, yeah, this is the resistance which is we can identify. If you draw a trend line, This is one level where we need to observe that market, if corrects, it may test this trend line and starts going up, or it may consolidate between this range and this range. So either this consolidation can happen or this. So this is what is happening. And then because we shortlisted this stock fundamentally, and whenever it corrects to this particular trend line, we are supposed to buy this stock. Or if it breaks this trend line, we can actually buy this stock here because continuously it is delivering wonderful results. So that's what we need to understand. So next thing is another stock is Choice International. I'm just giving an example. You can take any stock. So let's look into the weekly charts first. So you can see the trend. So before week, all markets have fallen. Entire Nifty and other markets have fallen, but this stock has created a new high. This is the performance of that stock. So that's what you need to pick, this kind of stocks which will give you the better rate. And whenever it actually tests this trend line, that is the entry point for you. And whenever it corrects to around now this stock, and if it corrects around 490 to 480, these levels, and it tests this trend line, whenever it has tested this trend line, it has gone. So it may continue the same journey because it's gone steep. There may be a correction, and then this is the point where you need to pick up this particular stock for your portfolio because it's continuously delivering. So next thing is CDSL. So for entry point, you need to cross check the charts again. So CDSL basically, if you see weekly charts, you can see all the stocks which we have seen now, all are in a very good bullish trend. But yeah, all are actually rallied. But whenever there is an opportunity, whenever there is a correction, this stocks we can buy. Actually, it's trading at higher. It's created a new high, and now it is trading here. And let us look into the day charts also. So actually, it has tested the previous resistances now, and it has created a high, but it could not sustain. If it corrects by any chance to these levels, around 1330 levels, that is a very good buy for the CDSL because it's at. Maybe it may not correct. It may start going up also from here because there is a consolidation and it has given a breakout but could not sustain. If next week, if it sustains above this level, then another leg of rally can happen. And after that, we can expect some correction. If it doesn't break and overall entire markets are falling, then there is a possibility of correction of this stock also. So this is the entry level of this stock around 1330 levels. We can actually look into two stocks. So this is how you need to look into the, first of all, look at the screener. Anyway, well, let us see how we can actually create the screen. Okay. So this is the how you have to shortlist the stocks. Suppose, for example, market capitalization. How much? Let us take. Yeah, I want somebody to help me. Pavani, Garu, Mayank.
Yeah.
How much market capitalization minimum that we should take?
10 crores.
5,000.
5,000. Yeah, let's take that. Greater than 5,000. And you have to type "and" here.
Okay.
If you type "and", automatically that comes to the next.
Okay.
Then next parameter, profit growth. How much we take? Profit growth we take for 5 years.
5 years. Okay.
Greater than how much? Say, let's take 20%. And next, you have to type and you have to give space. After anything, after this, you have to give space. Okay, next. Next component, what we will do? Let's take zero debt companies. So, debt to equity.
Okay.
Debt to equity, how much should be?
Debt.
Less than 2?
Yeah. And
Peg ratio.
peg ratio is after that. Peg ratio is not a clear cut this thing. It's a general thing. Anyway, next.
Price
Next
to
parameter, what
earning,
we'll take? Yeah, Mayank, tell me.
price to earning ratio,
Uh,
PE ratio.
so,
But it is industry specific, right? Or can we take that?
PE.
industry specific, but the point is that again, P ratio is a relative term. High PE stocks will deliver more growth. Low PE stocks will deliver less growth. So obviously, we can take average basically. PE is
Okay.
below 100 we'll take. Okay. So
Okay.
let's take. Yeah. And
Shareholding pattern, sir.
what we'll see shareholding pattern?
FIS percentage and DIS and promoter holding.
FIS holding, say, let's say greater than
10%.
10. And DIA is,
ROCE, sir.
yeah, we'll see that. DIA holding,
DIA. Okay.
even here they have given even percentage of change also. You can see that in this particular stock, FIS have sold or DIS has sold, then we can are increased from last year to this year. That also you can take consideration. So you can see in number of things, and then you have actually shorter. DA is holding also more than 10. Let us take. Then return on ROC. ROC 3 years average return we will take.
Okay.
So greater than, again we will take 20. And
EPS, uh, earnings per share.
yeah, anyway, EPS growth, let's take last 3 years, not 5 years. Let us take 3 years. EPS growth last 3 years, we'll take about, say, maybe let's take 50 rupees or percentage, let's take, not percentage, basically. It should be in the value only.
In the right side box, it is saying value in percentage.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So let's take EPS growth of about 10% at least. About 10 means actually that will come. Okay, next.
Sir, free cash flows can we include?
Free cash flows we cannot Cash flow of 3 years is, we need to figure out that the sum of the cash flows from operating activities fixed in crores we have to mention, but we cannot generalize that. Na? Company size and it matters. So we cannot say if we fix up some figure, so many companies may not come. So let's not. That's you need to do personally by understanding company.
Sir,
So
next tax
EBIT.
paying, sir. Tax paying parameter, sir.
So profit is basically if they have more profit, automatically they pay more tax. So EBITDA you are talking about, that is anyway, we can take EBITDA.
EBIT.
Again, here we need to mention in crores. We cannot generalize that. Small companies, average EBIT 5 years, this we can take. Anyway, if they make more profit, obviously they make more. I don't think it is required anyway, because when you have to mention in crores certain figure, every company will have a different kind of a figure where we may not get the companies. Suppose a small company makes 10 crores profit, that's great profit. But the point is a larger company make 1,000 crores profit. So we cannot generalize in crores. So we have to look into the personally company to company only. So generally we can see the percentage of growth and all. So what are the other parameters we can look into? Yes.
Book value, sir. If it is overvalued or not, to find out that.
Price to book value, say
Value.
less than 10. Next, what else? What else we can take? How we have to shortlist the stock? Which company that we need to buy? So these are all the general parameters where market capitalization minimum 5,000 crores, profit growth last 5 years is 20%, and debt to equity ratio less than 2, PE below 100, FIS holding is 10%, and then DIA holding is 10% minimum. ROCE from last year's EPS growth is 10, and price to book value is below 10. So what else we can take? So you can just type, there are so many things will come. You can actually cross check all the things and then show all the ratios. If you click this, you will get all the ratios where you can select what are all the things there in then, and then you can select. Just for example, I'm giving you, you can actually start looking at so many parameters and shortlist those companies. And you can also put 5 to 6 different parameters and shortlist the screens. Out of that, there might be some common stocks. Okay. Now I have taken CAN-SLIP model, which is a growth model. That means those are all the growth stocks. There will be high momentum. There will be high PE also. And correction also will come like that only whenever correction happens. But still they are the like horses. Ghoda. That means they run. They give more profits. So obviously those are the growth oriented stocks. And there are some value stocks. That means their value is like very much valued in the market according to the value of that company. The stock price is reasonable. That means it's undervalued. Even though it has got value, people don't know that. So you can actually put some parameters like low PE and then, but performance wise, it's good. So these are all parameters you can put, and then again, you can shortlist. So you can actually build your portfolio on that. And again, once you take out all the stocks, and then, yeah, you can actually shortlist some of the stocks in that particular, by combining all the stocks. There may be some stocks which are, and you can find some stocks which are very, very good. And actually you can start investing. So suppose, for example, if you say that we run this query, only companies with this thing,
September 2024 results.
unknown word. What is this unknown word? Unknown word. I think there is some gaps we are giving. That is the reason. I think it is saying like that, whether it is here. I think we should not give gap. I think so. Again, 10 somewhere it is problem.
In the end, you have kept
Sir,
and maybe,
ROCE దగ్గర కూడా గ్యాప్ ఉంది సార్.
but at the end of the query, it is ending with and, so it expects something to be there after and.
ఓకే. Yeah,
Can
10
you remove
and.
the and at the end and check?
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you see these parameters, we have got only few stocks. Around 11 stocks we have got. Okay. With these parameters. So there are some good stocks here. Apar Industries, it is there in the CanSlim model also, actually. So, and then Angel One is a good stock. Old Transform, Old, this is also a good stock. CMS Info, Dr. Reddy Labs, TD Power Systems, Vectors, JB Chemicals, Sona BLW is a good stock. Timken India. Indigo Paints is interesting. Like actually Indigo Paints is not performing that great. Why it has been shortlisted? Maybe all these parameters are there. Then we can start looking at Indigo Paints and see what's happening. So let us look into the one stock, Indigo Paints, which I am also like interested to see why it has come. So profit from last 5 years is 40%, and PE is below. Obviously, PE, because we have put below 100, it has come into that. Then ROCE, ROE is good. Price to book value is okay. EPS is good. Okay, all other parameters. But here there is the problem is interest coverage ratio. Yeah, it's okay. So let us look into the profits. Basically, quarter-on-quarter performance is not that great, but year-on-year performance is good. So year-on-year, it is actually consistently increasing. And quarter-on-quarter, yeah, basically this last 2 quarters, it's not doing that great. But when compared to September, June, here June and September, they are almost similar. That means if you observe the pattern, always in March and then December, it's giving higher seasonal, because basically it is a paint industry, I believe, isn't it? Yeah, Indigo Paints. So obviously this is paint industry, and the seasonality factor you can see in the results itself, where every December and March quarters, it's giving good returns, good profits. That means good values. And then almost Jan and September, it's a seasonal factor where it is giving less. But when it comes to September last quarter, there is not much improvement in this. But overall, for long-term investing, the stock is looking good to invest, where we can think about alternative. Even we want to have some alternative from the Asian Paints and all, we can even think about buying Indigo Paints, where FIIs, DIs are holding the stock. So 12%, 16%. Yeah. Then you can read this PPT, latest PPT, and understand more. Yeah. For long-term investment, we can actually pick up the stock. But yes, there was a price correction, which we need to look into. So this is one stock, and JB Chemicals is a company which is doing good, in fact. So almost in this particular screen, it is also displayed. So here, if you see September quarter and then this quarter, there is a jump of 30 crores. Okay. And there is profit growth. Year on year, profits are growing regularly. So obviously, this is also one stock which we can keep it in our portfolio and track the performance. And whenever there is a right time to enter the stock, we can actually enter. There are two things what I want you to understand is, first of all, we check the results. They are okay, but still stocks will be correcting sometimes. Why? Because of the estimates of the people. People think that the stock is going to, suppose, for example, if you see like some stocks, Trent, for example, Trent actually has posted. Anyway, let us look into it. I want you to understand this because it's very important. Suppose, for example, yesterday we have got this results of this Trent. When you see the results are good, but stock PE is very high. It's a costly stock where return on ROC, ROE are good. And you can see profit it has given last 5 years is 56.5%, which is great. Okay. And if you see this quarter results, there is nothing wrong with the results. Basing on the past quarter, it is almost double to 200 crores profit posted. And last quarter also, there was an improvement from last quarter. In between, in March quarter, there is a dip, but yeah, that's again posting very good results now. So even year on year, you can see TTM trailing 12 months period. It's like from here, you can see from 2022, it's actually doubled its profits here also. It's almost 1100 crores to 1900 crores, almost 2000 crores. Now TTM, like trailing 12 months means from this month to back 12 months calculation. So that is also very, very high. That is 2050 crores. That means this quarter results have contributed to that. All 4 quarters, almost December, last 4 quarters, they delivered great returns. And then September quarter, it is 643 highest, in fact. So even though this has happened, and one more thing is that why I am looking at operating profit, why I am not looking at net profit sometimes is basically net profit. For example, if you see net profit is around 355 crores, because this other income will be there sometimes. Other income, if it is there, that will be added to the profit. That other income is not considered as the profit from the operations. Okay. And it may not be there regularly also. So we have to remove that other income if it is suppose, for example, in this particular stock, generally it is giving 370, 390, 335 like that. But here it is 712. Why it is the thing? Not because of the operating profit increase. It is because of the other income which is added here. There is another income of 695 crores added here. That is the reason you have got this profit. So that you need to check. So you need to remove this other income and see, and that's why it's better to see operating profit rather than the net profit sometimes. Net profit will be increased sometimes where other income will be added to the added, and then that is the reason net profit will be higher sometimes. Okay. So, and according to the results, there is nothing wrong with this stock, isn't it? Is there anything wrong with this stock? Quarter on quarter, there is an improvement. Year on year, there is an improvement. Net cash flows are wonderful. Then cash conversion cycle is also okay. Everything is okay. And FIIs are holding 26% in this stock. DIs are holding 13% in this stock. All parameters, this stock is been shortlisted. But why it is falling is because, yeah, let us look into the chart. It is because of this excess what happened. You can see the stock, how it is rallying. From 1500 to almost, you can see a big rally of this stock. Okay. And it has to correct some or the other day according to our technical analysis, isn't it? Up to what extent it has to come? So it has to test this trend line and then wow. It has never tested and it has gone beyond this trend line very steep. And that is the reason you are expecting this correction. And this correction is a very good opportunity to buy the stock. So trend is a buy whenever it comes to around 5900 levels. And it is already just coming there. And if it comes and it stops there and gives a reversal signal, that's a great opportunity to buy the stock to get almost more than 3000 rupees profit that you can get, because the performance wise, this entire thing is happened because of the performance, and still that performance is continuing, and you need to track the trend. You need to track the trend of the next quarter and next quarter. If it is posting the same kind of performance, it has to break this and again go up further above the new high. So because of the excess what happened, now this correction is a meaningful correction. So why you have to check technical picture through a chart is this. If you know only fundamentals, and if you only check the performance and other things, parameters and other things, and company model, business model, everything looks good, but price is correcting. Why it is correcting? Because of this excess people bought this particular stock. And then that is the reason you have to expect some or the other correction. And then generally when markets are falling or some kind of indications of a little slowdown, these kind of stocks will give a very good opportunity to enter. So this is how you need to come to conclusion where to enter into that particular stock which you have. What you need to do now, you have to shortlist the stocks basing on your parameters. You may take CanSlim, or you can actually cross-check different themes are there in the screen. So go to the screeners, go to the screens. In that there are already there so many themes. So companies which are making new highs, companies which are having more FAs buying, companies which are like different themes are there, and you can actually cross-check all of them. And then try to pick one theme, or you create your own theme, and then see all the stocks in that particular shortlisted stocks in that theme. And again, try to look into another theme and again see what are, and in that there are some common stocks. Now, actually, Anup Engineering, I think Anup Engineering, yeah, I think so. So that is actually like shortlisted by CanSlim, as well as we shortlisted now in this list also it is there. So in both the lists it is there. So it's interesting. Let's see what is happening. Why this particular stock is the like in the both the lists. Then when you observe, yeah, you will understand, yeah, that stock is whether it is performing stock or it is what is happening to that particular company. This is how you need to finalize the stocks that you need and select the stocks. Yeah, now I will give some time for the doubts, and actually like I want to but that's reflected in PE number. Okay. Yeah, basically P is always relative. I want you to understand P is always relative. That means it depends upon the people giving value to that particular stock. So obviously, if EPS is very good and P is also reasonable, then that's a good stock to buy. And PEG ratio is another, again, considering the futures estimates of the earnings also. That also you can see, but yeah, we cannot really judge completely about with that. But you can also add up that. So like you can actually put a lot of combinations and then try which are the stocks qualifying those combinations and then shortlist. Then again, look into the technical picture and then again look into the company's in-depth fundamentals, and you can read the PPTs, you can read the annual report if you have time. Otherwise, at least PPTs and credit rating report. Credit rating reports are also there in the screener, where you can actually understand what experts are saying about that company, why credit rating company is giving this kind of rating to that company, what are the pros and cons, what are the risks that they are looking at. These are all things you can understand. Then finally shortlist, and then finally come to conclusion, and then entry point again will be decided by, suppose Trent is a good stock to buy, but now it is falling. So this is not the entry point. Entry point is here. So that conclusion you will get it from the technical analysis, where you can have long-term entry when there is a good opportunity. Anybody are holding Trent in your portfolios? No? Pavani garu, మీరు ఏమైనా హోల్డ్ చేస్తున్నారా?
ఒకసారి చెక్ చేస్తాను సార్, ఎందుకంటే బికాస్ స్మాల్ కేసెస్ లో ఇన్వెస్ట్ చేసాక ఎక్కడెక్కడ వెళ్తుందో తెలియట్లేదు, అందుకు ఐ జస్ట్ చెక్ వన్స్.
You can prepare your own small case now.
Yeah, yes, I was about to say that. మీరు ఇచ్చిన గైడెన్స్ తో I can have my own small case.
Yes. That's what.
I'll just check my portfolio, sir.
No problem. Yeah. So now what you need to do is, number one, go to your existing portfolios and see what happened in this quarter with that particular stocks, and then what is the action that we need to take. Okay. And anyway, overall market sentiment still not become positive. But it is actually waiting for some particular thing to trigger to go up. Even though a lot of triggers happen like in US, but Indian markets did not have any trigger. Maybe in December first quarter, first week, I think RBI may take a decision of interest rate cut, may actually ignite this thing. And overall, if you see, there is a downgrade of earnings from large companies. Out of Nifty 50, more than 30 companies have given downgrades. So which is also a sentiment for the market. So it's the time to be patient and then wait for the right moment to enter into the stocks. So that's why we are very choosy. Even though what's happening, even though shortlisted stocks, we try to give some recommendations, but stocks are not holding up. Suppose, for example, there are companies like Sujala. nothing wrong with the results, nothing wrong with the long-term performance. Company is growing, but there is a correction. It's going up, but again, not able to sustain because yeah, people still think that yeah, there is some more downward this thing where they want to wait for the this thing. That is the reason. So what you need to do, you need to follow the market action and take the stocks at the right prices rather than if it is in corrective mode, wait for the correction to complete and then enter. Sometimes after you take also, markets may correct further. No problem. If you're completely thorough with the fundamentals of the stock, you can hold and average also. So, but only thing is you need to have complete understanding about that stock technically and fundamentally. Then you can do that. Okay. Yeah. So any more doubts or anything like you want to know? Anyone? And I want you to, now I will post a list of 200 plus stocks which are shortlisted in this particular, just by looking at the quarter on quarter, year on year performance only, we shortlisted those stocks. No, we did not look into all other deep parameters. But in that, I want you to check which you can shortlist and then select at least 4 stocks and suggest that in the group if you are able to do it before the session. Otherwise, in the next session, you have to come out with these 4 stocks that which you want to buy. Unless until you do some work, you cannot do that. So now start doing work every day for some time on this and then look into that. And if you have any doubts or if you stuck up anywhere, you are not able to go forward, please call me. I will help you and I will explain you how to do it. Okay. Yeah. So start working now and then, yeah, be patient. And this is the time where actually you will get great opportunities to invest. So preserve your money. And if you're already invested fully, then wait for the correction to complete. And again, then you can actually get back the levels. And then some stocks can be averaged. But generally, I don't prefer averaging a loss. I always prefer averaging profit. So if you are in profits, multiply those profits. But what happens whenever it is falling, we never know where it stops. So you should wait for the rebound to buy actually. So obviously wait for the rebound and take 100% confirmation if you want to average. Otherwise wait, markets will come up and then again when bullish trends happens. So as of now, trend is in consolidation and correction. So it's still not the bullish trend which we can see right now. So obviously, this is my suggestion. Wait and then start buying the stocks which are showing very good strength, even though in the falling market. So those stocks will start moving up once trend changes. It moves very fast higher because they have the performance at their back. Okay. So see you next week, and I want you to complete the homework, and then I will put the lists and then assignment for this week in the group. And also, I want you to set up a meeting with me in this during this week, anytime, even tomorrow. If you tell me well before, I can spend some time, even though it is Sunday. So we can do that. So otherwise, Monday, Tuesday, anytime, even in the market hours, I don't have any problem. So you can actually set up a meeting and then we can review your existing stocks portfolio and also your what are all doubts you have. I can clarify. Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, everyone.